privatizing assets in this country. Kenya Re was privatized. Kenya Commercial Bank used to be owned by government 100%. Kibaki government privatized. Safaricom, we used to own it 100%. Moi released 60%, 40%. So Kibaki government released 25%. That is 65. That is why today we have 35. When we want to release 15%, noise. Why? Is it because it's Mbadi who is in office and not Kimunya? When Kimunya released 25%, why didn't you make noise? Uhuru did not release any. That is why we have these debts today. Kengen, we released some of the shares. Kengen is now performing better. Safaricom is now doing much better than when the government held 100%. It's now the leading, the most profitable company in Africa, or in the region, in our region, East and Central Africa. Safaricom. If we held more shares as a government, it would still be struggling there with government bureaucracies. The profit that now, the dividend that we are getting from Safaricom today is many times more than what we used to get when it was 100% owned by government, and we are owning 35. When we release 15, 20% may even give us more, because these investors will bring in more capital into it and expand it even in other countries. So, my friends, hii kitu mnaambiwa ati wanauza. First of all, government is not in business or doing business. The government should provide a platform for private sector to thrive in doing business. I keep on telling you that government already owns 30% of your business. Hata ile kiosko yako hiyo kiosk unahold. We have 30%, and you pay us first before even you pay your staff. Ile pesa unapeana serikali, before you pay yourself unapeana serikali tax, whether you like it or not. So we don't need to struggle with you over dividend. Chukua dividend ukae naye. Mimi, give me tax. We run the government. So now what we are doing with Kenya Pipeline is that we are offering 65% of it for privatization. We are retaining 35. The 65% that we are releasing, 5% of that 65 will be to staff of Kenya Pipeline. 15% will go to oil marketers, both local and external, because oil marketers are the biggest stakeholders in KPC. We want them to have a stake. 20% will go to institutional investors, Kenya. That is pension funds like NSSF or PSSF. We have mutual trust funds. We have insurance companies, those who want to buy but are corporate. Then we have 20% for you and I, the ordinary people, to invest. Then we have 20% for our brothers and sisters in the East African region. We are targeting more particularly Uganda, because they are interested in investing here. Uganda provides revenue to KPC of 32%. 32% of KPC revenue comes from Uganda market. That is not a market you can ignore. So we are offering them about 20%. Let them have a stake here. Let them have their representative in the board, so that they can have more confidence and continue doing business with us. They shouldn't look south to Tanzania. Should look east, right? We are giving them 7% of their petroleum products. We are transporting to Uganda. 3% comes from Dar es Salaam. We want 100%. And then now 20% will go to other investors globally. But the bulk of this is still going to be owned by Kenyans. When we get the money, and we get money from Safaricom, we are projecting to raise 106 billion. And if you see how Ugandans are excited, actually they were very angry that we only allocated 20% to East Africa. And Kenyans are still hesitant. Ugandans are very excited. I was there up to yesterday. I came from Uganda yesterday. They're very excited. They are pushing us, we should increase that percentage. But we told them we have our capital markets authorities, rules and regulations, which cannot allow that, and the national interest. So, if we get this 106 billion, and we are getting 244 billion from Safaricom, that is 350 billion. We will put this money in the National Infrastructure Fund. We are not going to use it to pay salaries. We are putting it in a fund that is going to develop commercially viable national or public infrastructure projects. Let me move to conclude. So what happens? What happens is that we will not tax you more. What happens is that we don't want to take excessive loans in going forward. But we will not tax you more. In fact, we are thinking now of reducing taxes. So let me announce this here, that we have agreed with His Excellency the President that low-income earners in this country should be given a reprieve. We have agreed with His Excellency the President. He has directed me to take to Parliament a proposal. I'm not even waiting for finance bill to come. I am taking tax laws amendment bill to Parliament. Once Parliament resumes, we are preparing that bill, take to them to approve so that any Kenyan, and by the way, how many Kenyans are salaried? About 3,065,165 Kenyans. Out of these 3 million, 1.5 million Kenyans are earning 30,000 shillings. 30,000. 30 like this. Mheshimiwa, just look at your salary and mine. And imagine that someone who is earning 30 and myself, that government is coming for our money, both of us. So we have said government should come for my money and leave the person who is earning 30,000 alone. So any Kenyan, if this law, and I'm sure, I don't think there is any mad MPs in Parliament who will oppose that.
If you're looking to import clean cars from Japan, UK, Thailand, Australia, or South Africa, look no farther from Manani Imports. We're talking 15 years in the game with thousands of positive reviews. Now here's the interesting bit. Manani Imports have experts who will carefully load your car into a sealed container, receive it at the port, counter-check quality, and ultimately deliver to your doorstep. Customer service can't get any better than this, and guess what? It's all at an affordable rate. To get started on your journey to own a clean automobile, call or WhatsApp Manani Imports at 0793 687 678 or visit their social handles on Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok at Manani Imports.
Right now, I'm with my team headed to a client's house in Meru for consultation. That is to take measurements of the windows, go through our catalog with the client, and then once they decide on the color and the fabric they want, we'll get busy sewing, and at long last, the curtains installation will be on us. So if you're looking for curtains, shears, curtain rods, curtain accessories, reach out to Phoenix Curtains and Interior Decor and we will sort you out. Call us on 0724 414153.
Thank you for choosing David Wafula as your primary news platform. We put countless hours in research, recording, and editing. By showing up each and every day to watch our videos, you encourage us to generate more videos for the viewers. We are on a mission to inform, educate, and build a better tomorrow. To our thousands of followers in a world full of presidents, kings, and queens, you are the real gem. Adios.